I didn't plan to make this video, but after having one too many too many AI generated or AI enhanced manuscripts come across my editing desk, I feel it's time for an unfiltered, unapologetic, perhaps slightly unhinged anti-AI rant. Here we fucking go.
No fluff writing advice. Cut the fluff!
Firstly, AI authors, you're not fooling anyone. Unless you know what you're doing editing wise, which most don't, which is why they use AI in the first place, it's face palmingly obvious you didn't write your book. I'll discuss the telltale signs soon. The funny part, many of these authors, if you can even call them that, think their AI generated word turd soup is a literary masterpiece. They think they can just plug a few thoughts into a large language model and generate a bestseller. Yeah, that's how it works, you mollusk. No, these books aren't amazing. They're embarrassing. They're not even partway publishable. I mean, at least some people have the sense to hire an editor, a professional turd polisher, to fix their mess. So, yeah, maybe not a completely lost cause. All right, here are the obvious signs of AI shitification I keep seeing again and again and again and again and again. Firstly, overly flowery or aggressively poetic prose when I know they're not a poet. I mean, what are they thinking? Anyone who knows them, family, friends, colleagues, and reads their book is going to know they didn't write it. What, are they going to convince everyone they've been hiding a proficiency for poetry all this time? Not likely. When you tell AI to write in a style that's clearly not you, all you're doing is telling on yourself. Secondly, the exact opposite of flowery prose, an overly simplistic writing style. If you don't prompt AI to write with a certain style, it seems to adopt the voice of a student writing a college essay. Very matter of fact, no style, no flair, no emotion, just cold, hard, often inaccurate facts. To be fair, many newer writers do write like this before they've found their voice and style, so it's not a clear sign that someone has used AI. Even so, you should see glimpses of personality come through in someone's writing, even at beginner level. AI, on the other hand, has a personality of a head of lettuce. Thirdly, funnily enough, robot written content often reads like it was written by a robot. What? No way! It's more noticeable in larger texts, like entire AI generated books, but the more you read, the more formulaic the writing seems. It repeats similar sentence, paragraph, and section structures. It often just straight up repeats information. I mean, it repeatedly repeats information, introducing a new revelation for the fifth time like it's the first. I see this a lot. At this point, you've got to ask, did the author even read what they generated? Yeah, so not only are they not writing their books, sometimes they're not even reading them. AI generated humor seems to follow a similar formula as well. It's very random and nonsensical at times. Remember the manatees in South Park writing Family Guy jokes? A lot of the AI generated jokes I've seen are just like that, like they were written by semi intelligent sea creatures. To prove my point, let's ask ChatGPT to make a humorous statement about AI jokes. Here we go.
AI jokes are so bad, they make dad jokes look like they have a Netflix comedy special.
See what I mean? The joke almost makes sense, but it doesn't really. I generated several more and they all have manatee generated humor written all over them. Finally, the most obvious sign someone has used AI to write their book, and this mainly applies to non-fiction, but it seems that many AI authors don't understand that sometimes AI just makes stuff up. It spews out information framed as fact, but in reality, it's completely fabricated, hallucinated. The thing is, it seems that most authors taking the AI shortcut are too time-pressed or whatever to fact-check their own work, and if they don't bring it to an editor before publishing, they end up with a book full of bullshit. Here's something I only saw recently, and it blew my mind. Apparently, AI will sometimes fabricate complete references, as in, it'll present a fully formatted reference, usually a peer reviewed journal article, for a piece of information, but the source doesn't exist. AI presents it as genuine, complete with the authors listed, the article title, and the journal name. It even fabricates a DOI link. Yes, it provides a broken link that doesn't go anywhere because the journal article doesn't exist. That's how I know the author hasn't even tried to read the research they're presenting. You know, when they provide sources that don't exist and never did. I've even seen traditionally published nonfiction books reference journal articles that don't say what the author says they say. This is a common issue with AI. Even if a source does exist, AI will just make up what the source says. Now, humans do this too, but from what I've seen, it's gotten worse since AI got involved. I mean, authors aren't even opening the articles they're citing to read the abstract anymore. They're just going on whatever chat science bro says, not digging a fraction further and presenting it as pure verified fact. These are professionals, experts in their fields, allegedly. My point is, don't trust anything you read. Often the non in non-fiction holds as much weight as an overly defensive, trust me bro, rant over. If you enjoyed this video, hit subscribe. If you didn't enjoy this video, hit subscribe anyway and hate watch my content. That's always fun.